sonic. It's just the way that I feel, electronic.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us today for a special interview about the upcoming Beaumont Mural Fest. I'm Tracy Kennick. This is our 4th year in a row putting on this weekend-long live art extravaganza with muralists from across the United States and even from across the world. This year, they'll be focusing on the inside and the outside of the Beaumont Civic Center area to expand the public art scene. And joining me now is artist Jay Muzak, who's worked on the murals for 409 Rooftop Bar and Grill, and he'll be spearheading this endeavor along with other artists who will bring their own flair and style. And over the next few days, you'll be able to see the progress take place in real time. You'll also be able to visit with some of the artists. So let's get into it. All right, Jay, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how you got involved with Mural Fest.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tracy. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, and then I went off to school at UT and, home base in Austin, kind of been there ever since. I've had my art career there for about the last 20 years, started a mosaic workshop. But I've been coming every year since, I guess, 2020 when I first worked with Min Dai at the Pour Project. Actually, at his Tokyo restaurant, give it a little refresh, and then came back the next year at Pour and did all the murals there. And it was just one day coming downtown Beaumont on a quiet Tuesday night or something that me and Min were walking around and saw these big, beautiful canvases, these big empty walls, and thought, man, it'd be cool to make a mural fest.
And it's been done in other cities, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I've participated in quite a few mural fests all across the world, actually. From Korea, Japan, and then here in the U.S., like in Michigan and around Texas. And it's really a wide range of some where, artists show up for, cold pizza and a couch to sleep on and paint some walls. And then there's others that they kind of give you the full red carpet treatment. And we kind of wanted to establish Beaumont as a really high-end experience for the artists and for the city.
Do you have a favorite in the past 4 years that's been done here in Beaumont?
Favorite mural?
Yeah.
Or man, there's been so many. And we've done, I don't know, I think upwards of 50 murals now, which is kind of incredible in such a short amount of time. But I gotta say, I think it might be a record-setting mural, the 10,000 square foot mural that Drew Merritt did on the side of a silo. Thanks to Tyler Wharton, a local property owner, and Min kind of supporting that. It was like a surprise special guest after the fest last year that he came, and I think it's 5 weeks on that wall, with a huge 140-foot boom lift. I mean, despite the wind and the rain and the weather, he got a terrible eye infection during that course of painting that. So there were all these ups and downs, trials and tribulations to making it happen. But it's by far one of the most jaw-dropping works of art I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been all over the place and seen a lot of murals. And I swear, the way he rendered it on that scale is just incredible. So if you haven't seen it, you got to check it out.
Right. And checking them out, you can also go to the Beaumont Convention and Visitors Bureau, and they have a map where you can go see all of these, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And it's kind of a
thanks
cool
to the
experience.
CVB, I kind of coordinated that and giving the artists credit, giving the narratives behind the pieces, and pick up a pamphlet and go all over town and self-guided tour.
Ones.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about the community enhancement aspect. What does this do for the community?
Oh, well, when the city invests in public art, everybody feels that, right? Instead of these drab, abandoned buildings you're driving by in your commute, you're seeing beautiful, eye-catching murals, colorful, cultural, historic, relevance. I think everybody kind of resonates with that. So not only like the facelift that the city gets and that memorable weekend-long festival, but then all the murals that last after, for years and years and years. So, when you think about going to like a music festival, it's like 2 hours, right? And you're done. Right?
Yeah,
and you have the memory
forever.
of it, but this is kind of forever, as long as the paint lasts,
Okay, talk about the artists. We mentioned some of them come from across the globe, but also we have some local artists. Good mixture there.
So there's always going to be room for local Beaumont artists to represent, and then there's Houston, around the region, Central Texas, and then we've got artists coming from DC, where else? California. Then we've got artists from as far as Berlin, South Africa, Colombia, and Spain.
That's incredible.
So yeah, thanks to the hospitality of Beaumont, always showing the artists a good time and having just all the support from the city and the private sector. I think our reputation is getting around,
Yeah,
and so it's
puts
been
Beaumont on the map for sure.
Definitely,
The world
because these artists not only have an experience here, then they go back to their hometowns and
Right.
Spread the love and tell people how cool Beaumont is.
And they want them to come here and see what they
they
work of
painted.
art.
Yeah,
what they painted.
exactly.
Okay, talk about the community mosaic, and that's a way for the community to get involved. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so my MO kind of over the last few years, as soon as I found the mosaic medium, I realized it was this really accessible art form, almost more so than paint, because you don't need a whole lot of technical skills to just place tiles. So if we design this thing that anybody can chip away at, almost like a little game or a puzzle, right? You're placing these colored squares. So kids, adults, anybody of all ages, you don't need any experience. You don't need to be an artist. You can come in, lay some tiles, and then this piece is going to be further put together and displayed at the Southeast Texas Art Museum.
What a way to bring our community together,
Totally,
right?
yeah.
Like, I had a piece in that.
Exactly.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, give us details about the festival. First of all, it's free. How can people take part?
Free Fest, just come out, show up. Like the artists are arriving kind of on like Monday, Tuesday. And so they're going to probably start outlining on Wednesday, Thursday. If you go down to the Civic Center or Manning's print shop where we have some artists painting, you're going to see the sketches already going up. So if you're keen to see the behind the scenes or kind of chat with them before it gets too busy, that's the time to go and see how it starts. But then definitely like Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be full on. There's going to be kids activities, lots of food vendors, food and drinks. All the artists will be on site painting. And so, yeah, just see the magic happen.
And these artists are so personable. I've talked with some of them, and they want you to ask them questions.
Totally. They want to share their love,
yeah.
their passion for the art. Yeah.
Really down-to-earth, great people. Okay, where do you see the future of this event?
I just hope it keeps going. I mean, 4th annual, it's always a blessing and a gift for me to come in and just, share what I can and help connect the dots. Like I said, creating a platform for the artists is super important as one myself. But then I think the community response and the growing impact that we have, that every year it gets a little bigger. Granted, we don't have, I think, the square footage of last year in terms of like wall coverage, but I think the impact and the concentration around the Civic Center, being an official city presence, is going to be really important and really powerful. So come out, enjoy it, have fun, take pictures.
As long as we have buildings to paint, we'll keep this going.
There you
go. Right? All right. Thank you, Jay, for coming on. And thanks so much for doing what you're doing and beautifying the city of Beaumont.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Great event.
Yeah.
As Jay mentioned, even though the event is happening Saturday and Sunday, the actual outlines and beginning of the murals will start taking shape on Thursday. So if you're around the Civic Center, drop by and check it out. And to watch the progress online, search BMT Mural Fest on Instagram and follow Visit Beaumont and the City of Beaumont for other Mural Festival content for this weekend. For now, I'm Tracy Kennick. Thanks so much for joining us, and we hope to see you at this year's Mural Fest.